Gamer here. Welcome back to Let's Play Let's Limit Ratchet and Clank, where I've had some serious technical difficulties with this episode already. Basically, to put it in perspective, what happened is I started to record and my capture device never turned on. It glitched out and decided it wasn't going to record anything. So I played for about the 30-minute required time and I didn't get to keep any of it. That's annoying, but then what was worse was the game auto-saved. So I actually had to play all the way up to this point again. This is for the Gadgetron vendors for this level. There's no new weapons, so we're not gonna bother. There's plenty of ammo in crates. Oh, whenever I played up to this point again, I took the bomb glove off of my quick select, just for the novelty of showing that I'm not using it except in out of combat situations. So there's no temptation. Oh, I love this game. But even a game that you love, when you just played a part of it and you have to do it all over again, it's a little bit of a downer. A little bit of a buzzkill. I was feeling pretty great when I recorded that last episode. I'm still feeling good. But it's definitely gone down. And it's unfortunate because this is a great game and I talked about a bunch of good stuff, but I don't remember what most of it was. I talked a little bit about Naughty Dog, how I wouldn't honestly be surprised at all to find that a lot of people that work for Insomniac used to work for Naughty Dog. Oh, I was talking about the TNT boxes in this game, where the TNT boxes function the same as they do in Naughty Dog's Crash Bandicoot. And then I mentioned how I haven't really played a Crash Bandicoot game to completion. Or even through the story for that matter, just because I never really had a lot of Crash games growing up. I played some of them, but mostly at friends' houses and the like. I'm sure that everybody has that game like that they know other people have played, that they know are good games, but they just never really got a chance to experience them. And not just the really, really rare games because they didn't sell as well, like the Earthbounds, the Mother 3s and the like. Or Earthbound, I guess. Mother 2. And then there are games that people have experienced that other people haven't got to experience that were actually pretty good games. For example, in my experience, there's a couple of decent Virtual Boy games that almost nobody got to experience because the Virtual Boy sold so poorly for obvious reasons. Oh, this is the very first time this happens in the game where there's a split in the path mid-level. And we're gonna take the path on the left, which is the swing shot challenge. So anyways, if there's any different numbers or anything, you know why now. It's because my capture software goofed. It's not very good, but I don't have a ton of money, and you have to make do with what you can afford. It's okay. I don't need to reverse the camera controls. Gadgetron help desk. Well, things are going swell so far. No complaints yet. Except for my capture software not working. That was annoying. There we go. That worked out quite well. Oh, don't worry, I got all the gold bolts on the second playthrough that we got before, but I didn't get any skill points or gold bolts that I hadn't gotten. We have a lot of money now. I mean, we bought all the weapons that we can buy, so it's actually kind of a surprise. But things are gonna start costing more. Wow. I dodged the explosion. You can fly through this area a lot faster, but I like to be OCD and make sure I get all the bolts. Come on. Each of the different types of bolts have different total currency amounts attributed to them. But honestly, I just haven't really cared enough to learn. You just grab more. Grab them. They're all loose change to me. Yes. Say hello to our new gadget, the Trespasser. This will do what it sounds like it does. It allows you to get through locked doors. And this is another gold bolt. We got another gold bolt. I'm flying through this area. And it's a good thing. On the spinny thing. Then we go over here. We go over here. And we actually turn around. This is, I'm pretty sure, the only time you actually have to aim the swing shot. I always have to think because I don't want to call it the long shot or the claw shot by accident. These are what Trespasser puzzles look like. I prefer to use the directional buttons opposed to the stick for them because they're a bit more precise in terms of movement. But that one's really easy. There's a couple of tougher ones later on that we'll have to get through, but for the most part, they're not too bad, especially early on. Okay. Go up here. And we need to head back to this area so we can hopefully find Skid's agent. Make sure everybody survived. I don't have any ulterior motives here. What are you talking about? Of course I don't. Oh, that's why they have flamethrowers. They're welder bots. Things are going swell. Things are going swell. Things could have gone worse, so things are going swell. That's a weird way to put it. But it's kind of true. Just grab all the bolts we can. I'm gonna pull the pyrometer out because it's a good weapon for dealing with the sand sharks. Ow. You don't really have to worry about running out of ammo in this game until you get to the very end of the game, so don't worry about that. If we're low on ammo, I can use a different weapon. Okay, there's that one. That one. That one. That one. That one. And that one. That worked very well. I missed a couple bolts there. I know you guys can call me OCD if you want about that, but I just like to grab all the bolts. It bugs me if I don't. About the only time it wouldn't would be if I was doing a speed run. But hey, I don't really do speed runs. I don't have anything against speedrunners. In fact, I find their skills very impressive. It's just not what I am. I feel like if you fly through a game like that, you miss a lot of the depth. And that's what I play for. If you spend too long trying to find glitches and exploits, then you lose sight of the greater picture the picture at large. And it's not for me. Wow. I gotta say though, it's really satisfying to grab a whole bunch of bolts like that. Not that that's related to anything I was saying, because it's not, but... And here we go. 11 minutes in.
No signal whatsoever. This downtime is killing me.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found.
Hey, we saw you on that info bot. You're Skid's agent.
Was Skid's agent. Haven't seen him since our ship crashed. And an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I could be the next Skid McMarks.
You can definitely see that that's a fault in Ratchet's character. And he maintains it throughout a lot of the series, is that he gets delusions of grandeur. But again, that really makes him a lot more relatable. Before we go back to our ship and leave for the logging site on planet Eudora, I want to get another gold bolt. And this one's actually kind of tricky to get. I hope I don't die. Ah! And we've basically made it. I'm sure you can see it now. Unless you're blind, I'm sure you know where it is. I love how this game encourages exploration like that without forcing it. Because the gold bolts aren't required. They're not absolutely necessary to advance throughout the game. They're just bonus stuff. But oh boy, will they help. Ooh, I made the jump. You know, an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. That's actually a pretty good analogy. That's pretty accurate. And now we can get back to Skid's agent anytime we want, like if we win the hoverboard races at Blackwater City on planet Railgar. But enough of Aridia. We've been having a blast, and let's take this show on the road. I kind of consider the logging site at Eudora the first real planet of the game. It's the first planet where you're really challenged, where you could die if you don't understand the basics. Also, I will always want to say lodging site. It's a logging site. Oh, we need to confront the robot lieutenant. Blast off. At the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. Meow, that's right.
Yes, quite lovely. That should just about do it. Commander, we are finished with this world. Commence towing our planet to its next destination. Lieutenant!
Yes, sir.
You have fulfilled your tree quota. Barely.
We are ready to return to base.
Not so fast, Lieutenant. Just because we don't need any more trees doesn't mean they should have them. Destroy everything.
And that's kind of a special moment, as it's the first time that Drek says something that's really... He says it in a monstrous way instead of just destroying planets, he's like, well, we're going to destroy it because we don't need it anymore. I guess you could say it's the first villainous thing that our villain has really done. The first thing that was evil for evil's sake, instead of just arguably evil for the sake of his people. And here is our first banned weapon. We cannot buy the Glove of Doom because it is an explosive weapon. So I normally don't use the Glove of Doom all that much anyways, but it does definitely have its uses. And I'll really miss it at some points. Good thing the axe robots aren't that tough. I think we should go back here first. We'll just cut right through here with our trespasser first, because why not? I don't really remember where all of these areas lead, but this is our first real trespasser challenge. Oh, not really. It's tougher than the last one, but it's still not that tough. And solved. As you can see, there's no going back now. Ah! Why did you jump off the... Why did you... What? Why did you do that, Ratchet? Why did you do that? I didn't tell you to do a wall kick. I told you to do a double jump. I don't like falling. Okay, and we lower this one. That was close. Was a bit closer than I would have liked, but it worked. We won't have enough weapons to need to worry about the quick swap. There we go. Not bad. That's the very first introduction of shields. Ooh!
You sure showed him.
I suppose I did.
Is your current occupation leaving a rotten taste in your mouth? Then you need to know about BTS, Blog Tactical Research Station. Hi, I'm Supreme Executive Chairman Drek, and we here at BTS are seeking motivated individuals to fill positions in these exciting careers. Grind boot tester, warhead assembly technician, mutant and animal husbandry, robot repairman, suck cannon test dummy, and administrative assistant. So call BTS. Build our weapons while you build your future.
I'm calling BTS today.
Now we're talking. Did you see all the cool gadgets they're making? Let's go get some.
No, we must continue our search for Captain Quark.
You're absolutely right.
I am?
Sure, we need to find Quark. Although when we find him, wouldn't it be nice to be able to tell him where Chairman Drek is?
I suppose.
Well, we go to the space station and talk to the scientists. They work for Drek, so they're bound to know where he is.
I am unsure about your logic.
Ah, you think too much. Come on, let's go.
Yep. The Blarg Tactical Research Station is our next location after logging site Eudora. And honestly, it might be one of my favorite levels in the entire game. It's just a blast. Well, we beat that area. Now I guess we can try and finish off logging site, finish off the planet Eudora. I'm pretty sure that's the way we come back, so... But I will grab that gold bolt really quick. I'm pretty sure all you have to do is just do a high jump from here. Yep. And we got us our next gold bolt. Whee! Ah! Having a good old time. Was that a chainsaw flying through the air? You got to imagine that some of these robot designs would be kind of inefficient. I got it! Okay, I'm gonna go on ahead and raise this next bridge. We probably aren't going to get to the BTS for this episode. Just warning you guys, we've been going for quite a while already. I'm just hoping we can finish up Eudora. Ooh, these enemies. This is our very first encounter with the Blarg. And oh, are they ever not fun to fight on this planet. I can't say that. They're still fun to fight. They're just way tougher than the caliber of enemy that we're used to dealing with. They don't have a whole lot of health, but their attack patterns are way smarter. Ultimately, without explosive weapons in mind, just simple wrench strikes, especially at this point in the game, is going to be what you want to go with for the most part. Goodbye. Yep. We're having a good old time. And there's still not a whole lot to talk about. I guess I could talk about the level art again. Look at all these different vehicles that Insomniac designed. Well, there's only 2 in that screenshot, but you've seen some of the others. That must have taken a lot of work to program and design. We're destroying all these boxes and getting lots and lots and lots of bolts. We're almost up to 10,000. I don't know about you guys who might have played this game before, but for me, playing this game for the first time, this was when the game really started to kick up. Really started. The gameplay really kind of began. That's not to say that the gameplay up to this point wasn't great. It just wasn't as great. This is kind of when I realized this game would be great. And not just good. Ratchet Clank, it's more than good. It's great! Ow! Stop it! Stop with your running away. I'm just kind of dancing to the music here. It's very catchy. Looks like I'm gonna go into the next area with full health. You know, for being so big, he wasn't that tough. This is one thing that they fixed in the future games that I do approve of for sure, is that you can find ammo for weapons you're not using or you don't have yet out of random ammo boxes. It's less likely, and if you have ammo you're in need of, you're much more likely to find it. But it's still kind of a nuisance. Wow. They sure are some tough robots in this area level type place. Feels good though. I'm enjoying myself, even after having to play all the way back up to this point. We're gonna go on ahead and finish this off. We don't have much left. And then I'm gonna call it because we're approaching that 30-minute time limit, if we're not already there. There we go. I think the dark bolts are worth a little more, but I could be wrong about that. I think if they're darker or lighter tint than normal, that they're worth more. And that's our objective for the end of the level. Say hello to our second limited weapon, the suck cannon. The suck cannon allows you to inhale smaller enemies and then spit them out as explosive projectiles. I need it for a certain later level. That's why I didn't totally ban it. It has much more range than the bomb glove. But again, I won't be using it in combat situations, except for to get ammo for the non-combat situations. So I'm just gonna go on ahead right now, and I'll set the suck cannon there, go back, set the trespasser. Not even a temptation now. We just gotta get back to our ship. Yep, Eudora is the first area in the game where you're likely to die if you aren't familiar with the combat basics of the game. Well, anyways, we're back to the ship. I've been Ninjo X, the Enlightened Gamer. And until next time, as always, stay enlightened. Hello everybody, Ninjo X here. Thank you very, very much if you made it this far into the video. If you want to show more support, you can subscribe to see more of my channel stuff. You can feel free to click on any of the links on the screen to check out my past videos, or go to my channel and check them out if you don't have annotations available to you. Please be liberal with likes, and feel free to ask me anything in the comments. As this is a very small channel, I have no problem answering any persistent questions you have, and even listening to suggestions. If you want to show even more support, you can go and check out the Facebook page. Well, that's all I've got to say. Until next time, as always, and as I've already said, stay enlightened.